What's up, guys? I think you'll notice that on the dyno we have a lot of cars that come here, but one of the most common is the Fox Body Mustang. So we have an awesome Fox Body Mustang right here, and one of the most popular reasons why people use Fox Body Mustangs is they're a relatively small car, they're pretty lightweight. When they were made at the time, they came with a big engine in them already, but they also have an engine bay where you can fit a lot of engine in such a small vehicle. So that's one of the main reasons. Also, they already come from the factory with a triangulated four-link where the upper bars are on an angle and the bottom bars are kind of flat or straight. That's awesome for drag racing, especially drag radial stuff. They naturally separate like a radial car already separates when they set up the chassis so that it can drive the tire into the track. So that's one of the main reasons also why people like to use Fox Body Mustangs. Another thing is they just kind of look cool. Some people, I guess, don't like the way that they look. I like the way that they look. I have one myself. But for being such a small car, large engine capability, awesome suspension in the rear, and also there's like a million parts for them. It's one of the cheapest platforms that you can build to go as fast as you can with radial tires down the racetrack.
What's up, guys? We're right here at FuelTech USA, and we have a jewel with us today. One of the true legacy radial cars right here, the very first vehicle to broke the 5-second barrier on the quarter mile using 315s, and then they changed classes. They back in the day racing radial versus the world. They changed classes. They went to Pro 275, and they became the first one to go 3 seconds at class Pro 275. Not just that, I believe Josh Kluger, the guy that had this car built and it was racing this car prior to this, he actually won NMCA Radial Wars championship. So we're talking about a true winner, a true victory piece. Like this thing belongs to the history books on radial racing, drag racing. And we're here with Johnny, crew chief. You know, like, what do you think about this day? Like, I had lots of fun. What do you thought about that?
Man, it couldn't have went any better. I mean, this car has so much history and so much potential to hurt so many feelings. and the numbers that funny looking screen over there put up today, I gotta tell you, I mean, with this Proline 41X and all the FuelTech we have on this car, it's just awesome to be a part of, and the history involved still in this car. And it's still here with the new owner, Pete Volpe, and hopefully we could get him out there and, you know, setting records of his own.
Make some laps, yeah.
Oh man.
So tell a little bit about that. Like, you guys changing class now, right? So
yeah. So
after Radial Wars, Radio versus the World, Pro 275, where this beauty is going to be racing now?
Don't forget about the quarter mile record.
Oh,
first in the fives.
It wasn't even a class, right?
Oh, it wasn't
like,
a class,
okay, like send
it seems like we made it one, but it definitely wasn't a class.
I was there, Orlando.
That was the most exciting thing to ever watch in an itty bitty little car like this. That
remember everyone jumping around, nobody could believe. Was like a night session. The car literally went to the darkness. You couldn't see anything, and then
you okay? Are you all right down there? As I'm screaming because the thing went 592 at 250 plus, and you know, all the fans, just the support we got from that.
Yes,
oh my God, our pit was flooded.
Yeah, it was phenomenal.
It was definitely phenomenal. Memory that I'll never ever forget. You know what I mean?
Really cool. It was really cool.
But now it's got a new owner, so it's been radial. It's been quarter mile. It's been Pro 275, set records, won championships, won races. Now Pete Volpe has taken ownership, and not so much to say it's taken a step back, but you know, for its time in the class, we're going to do LDR with this car. Right now, the car has the potential to absolutely hurt feelings, break hearts, and set records.
and I think that's perfect you to say, because like sometimes we don't realize, but like the thing is, back in the day when this thing was racing RVW, the majority of vehicles were cars, right? Today, it's strictly pro mod, and the chassis gives you so much an advantage on stuff that it's not about like going back, changing class. It's just like that vehicle doesn't fit that class anymore.
Right.
But it's an amazing vehicle, so where can you race, right? And then Proto 75, back in the day, they wouldn't run 4 seconds. And we just seen the record just being broken by Manny, you know, another Proline customer, FuelTech customer. They went 372.
Unbelievable.
Not long ago, RVW wouldn't go that fast, and now Proto 75 does that. So it's kind of natural, you know, where this car fits, because it's a car. It's
Who would have ever thought something of this caliber with this wheelbase would go that fast?
Yeah, it's pretty heavy.
With that size tire, I mean.
Oh, look at that.
Thanks, Anderson.
We have some Ferraris going around.
I think that was Anderson.
This neighborhood, I don't know, you know, it's taking.
Crazy people.
Yeah,
it's like almost like owners of FuelTech or something.
So something that's really cool. Okay, let's talk about this beauty here.
Sure.
Like we are here, right there, engine bay. We already talk about the power plant 481X stage 4.
Yep.
But you guys can see something that we just released, FT injectors. 720 pounds of fuel flow goes through the motor on alcohol, so regular M1 VP fuels stuff. And you guys using Garrett turbos?
We are using Garrett's, firm believer.
What is the size of this thing?
That is an 88 millimeter, class legal for LDR.
So twin 88s.
Twin 88s have prevailed today. I must say,
damn,
the 88s with this combination have definitely prevailed.
I was impressed. Like, we didn't forget to talk, but like, let's talk right now. We had Steve Petty with us, right?
Crazy Steve, love him.
He was the main guy on the keyboard today. You know, he was handling the tuning duties over here, and he's a great guy to work with. We bounce ideas all the time. And I was pleased to see he was pleased with the power that this team made.
When Petty gets excited, there's something really cool going on. And I mean, I got to be honest, Petty was definitely excited.
And today, he's more like a blower guy. You know, he loves pro charge and stuff. But I know Petty from the turbo era, right? So like, it's good to see Petty going back to turbos, being excited about it.
Yeah, it's like it's where he come from, and now he. You know, they've been doing a lot of the Hemi, you know, Pro line, Hemi blower stuff, you know, so to say, Pro Charger. And to be able to just step back into the turbo world and see a smile on his face, it was exciting to see him happy about it. You know, honestly, I had a good time with it.
Man, it's a beautiful piece, you know. Like,
it is.
Everywhere that you look at this thing, like so many nice details, you know. Even this thing, I personally like a bunch. You guys still have the intake going inside and coming back. Like old school cars that used to run gas and had the intercooler inside, you know, the ice cooler. It doesn't have it, but it still have the same look, you know. You can remember the back old days on 10.5, you know, by looking to this car.
Well, when this car started out, when it was released in, I want to say 2012, it was actually intercooled Ford Big Block. And about in the middle of the build, you know, Josh just decided, we're not going to go that route. 481X is the way to go. Proline's got the baddest of the bad. That's the rate we're going to go. Stop the build, switch it to a 481X, pull the intercooler out, go on alcohol, and it went from that to that before the car was even done and debuted. It debuted with a 481X, and it actually still had the intercooler in it, and then he's like, no, we don't need the intercooler, we'll switch the alcohol instead of gas. So now we still have 481X, although there's a new stage 4 in it.
And it makes sense, man, like why this car was so successful, you know, like I can see the Josh, he was always thinking forward. You know, he was always trying, like, okay, we did this, but like we didn't actually finish. Is there something better? You know, like, and don't have any fear, you know, and having, you know, the resources to actually pursue the best and go out there, you know, and perform, you know.
Yeah, he definitely
ET and speed.
Thought outside the box and tried to be one step ahead of everybody in the time. Yeah. And I got to commend him. He did a really good job with that. And I mean, we prevailed for a long time. We kicked a lot of butt. Yeah. So. Well, it was awesome. It was a good time. Now I'm excited to see Pete get in the car and enjoy it the way, you know, Josh and whatnot enjoyed it in the past.
Well, let me get the guys inside and let's show some of the stuff that we have inside. You know, like they already seen, we have Proline engine, FT injectors over here, FT CDI coils, FT spark running this thing. Like, let's take a look at inside of the car, how it is like the race car from inside, right?
Show them the bad boy 600 you got going on in there. Let me give you some power so you can light it up.
Nice.
All right, so you got some power.
Main power, have a switch, beautiful piece. FT600 right here, you know, on the reach of the driver. I bet you guys gonna see some footage from when we were running this thing, like making some power in the dyno. You guys can see I was wearing my gloves and I was doing small changes on the fly. So I was speaking back and forth with Steve, and like Steve was asking me like, can you just like do like just a quick stuff as you feeling on the car, you know, idle wise? So easy to do inside the car, just like some bumps, some clicks I could move, feel and timing up and down right there. 3-speed transmission, you know, you have the good handle of this thing right here, easy to
everything's
maneuver.
within reach.
Yep, perfect, you know, trans brakes, simple stuff, easy to maneuver. Nice bracket right there. Chutes, fire system, you know, fire extinguisher. I have a switch panel on top, really nice. I personally love this thing because it's color coded.
Yep.
And you can feel it, like it's easy to feel it. Like as a driver with the glove, you can feel that you press and you have the color change. Like, come on, let's take a look on this thing. It's white, red, yellow. I know that stuff is not on, you know, it's something. On the staging here, they have some relays when the driver is ready to go. So as soon as I press, it's a clear green. I know that's ready to go. Like my primer pump right there, if I press it right now, green, it's off. You know, that's visual feedback, that's tactile feedback. You know, if the car is not running, I can hear it, you know, so it's pretty simple. Connected straight to the ECU, and the ECU records everything. So the ECU knows what I'm doing, and I can see like fuel pressure right there, boom, clear as day. My primer is right there. So like really clear, really easy for the user, you know, like as the driver and the tuner. Like on that side of the panel, really nice. We have some external drivers to run the injectors, FT Spark right there, alcohol too, some relays, but pretty nice and neat, tight, you know.
Yeah, definitely got to throw a shout out to RK and John Homeyer for the wiring. I mean, phenomenal, easy to get to, everything's really organized, labeled. We have a problem. Hey,
look at this, look
FuelTech,
at this.
Boom, there it is.
Boom,
Oh,
right.
yeah, disco, baby.
Yeah, no, I love
See,
it.
so with the colored lights for your dash panel,
Yes.
and the lights above your head, you got a disco.
Yes.
It's time to have a party.
Man, this is helpful. This is helpful. Look right here in the ECU right now. Like I have a button right here where I can swap between screens. So it's easy for the driver. EGTs, you know, trans pressure, trans temperature, the G meter right there, inclination of the car, you know. Like everything is right there on my reach. It's easy to go through the switch panel, but I still can do right there, right? So like, man, really nice car, amazing build. Like I had lots of fun. I was talking to you, I was talking to Steve. Like I think everyone enjoyed the whole day here at FuelTech USA. Make lots of power. I think this car will surprise some people at the track, and I really hope to see Pete driving this thing soon, right? Let's
say there's a race coming up in a few weeks.
Let's get him on the phone and make sure he will be there so you can see this beauty at the track performing at the track.
I think we need to do that. I do. I think it's going to prevail, and I think some people are going to be very surprised.
For sure. Well, thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, to put your like on the video, you know, and we're going to try to make even more stuff, and watch this thing at the track. I'm telling you guys, it will be a stunner.